Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and I hope you all are doing great. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make the perfect party chin chin. If you like to see how I made this, keep watching, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button there that says subscribe, and also click on the bell icon beside the subscription button to be notified whenever I upload a new video. So with that being said, let's get started. For this chin chin recipe, I'll be using 10 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm also going to be leaving the detailed list in the description box, so please do well to check it out. Here are the rest of my ingredients, and here with me I've got 250 grams of unsalted room temperature butter. You can also use margarine. In here I have 2 cups of whole milk. You can also use powdered milk or evaporated milk. Here with me I've got 2 cups of sugar. You can use more or less depending on how sweet you want the chin chin to be. Next with me here is 1 tablespoon of nutmeg, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, half teaspoon of salt, and lastly I've got 2 large eggs. To begin, I'll cut the butter into cubes. Then next, I'll crack the 2 large eggs into a bowl, whisk and set aside for later use. Now to the flour, I'll be adding in the sugar. Next, I'll add in the baking powder, the nutmeg and salt. And once that process is completed, I'll go ahead and mix very well till everything combines properly. So that is done. Next, I'll be adding in the butter, and like I said earlier, I'm using unsalted butter. So if your butter contains salt, then please skip the salt in this recipe so you don't end up with a very salty chin chin. So once I'm done adding in the butter, I'm going to go in with a clean hands and work the butter in till it is crumbly. So after working in the butter into the flour, you should have a crumble-like texture just like so. At this point, I'm just going to make a well in the middle and I'll pour in the beaten eggs, and I'll be adding my milk bit by bit. Yes, adding in your liquid bit by bit, be it milk or water, is always the key to achieve a perfect dough. I'll be mixing this now till a dough is formed, and once the dough is formed, I'll be kneading the dough for at least 10 to 12 minutes thereabout. Another important tip when making chin chin: always make sure the end result of the dough is very hard and not soft. And as you can see over here, we have a very firm and hard dough. That is exactly what we need for this recipe. Okay guys, so I have been kneading this dough for like 10 minutes in this bowl off camera. So at this point, I'm just going to let the dough to rest for like 10 minutes while I go clear up my sink, and I'll be right back. So the dough has been resting for like 10 minutes now. At this point, I'll just go ahead and cut into 4 equal parts. I'll be setting 3 aside. I'm going to be covering that up with a plastic film so it doesn't dry out while I work with one part of the dough. So now I'll set this aside while I roll out one portion of the dough. Alright guys, so at this point I'm gonna be rolling out the dough, and I'll be rolling without sprinkling any flour on my work surface because I've got a perfect firm non-sticky dough. But if your dough is somehow maybe soft or sticky, then I'll suggest sprinkle a little bit of flour on your work surface to prevent the dough from sticking. I hate sprinkling flour on my work surface anytime I'm making chin chin because it causes the oil to foam, and I don't like that at all. So I'm gonna be rolling out the dough to about 1 or 1.5 inch thickness. So here is the thickness we are having right now, and as you can see, the dough did not stick to my work surface. At this point, I'm gonna be cutting with my pizza cutter, but you can also use a knife. After cutting a straight line on the dough, I'm also going to be cutting another across just like so, and like I said earlier, you can also achieve this with a knife. So at this point, pick and separate the chin chin and then repeat the same exact process with the remaining dough. So now over to the frying process. At this point, I'll be preheating some oil, and here I'm using sunflower oil. You can also use vegetable oil. So I'll be throwing one of the chin chin dough into the oil just to see if the oil is hot enough, and yes. So once the oil sizzles or bubbles just like so and the chin chin floats up immediately, then you are good to go. So now I'll be pouring some of the chin chin dough into the oil, and you want to be careful not to overcrowd the pan so that the heat temperature would not drop, causing your chin chin to absorb a lot of oil. So I'm going to be setting this aside. So now I'll stir till the chin chin separates completely, and I'll fry this on a high heat till they are nice and golden brown. So at this point, the chin chin is ready, and I'm going to be taking them out from the oil because I don't like mine to be too dark. I'll be placing them on a paper towel to absorb the excess oil, and I'll be repeating the same process with the remaining chin chin or chin chin dough till the whole chin chin is being fried. Okay guys, so here is me taking out the second batch of the chin-chin, and I'm gonna be frying the rest off camera because I don't want to bore you guys with the remaining cutting and frying process. So what I did was to lay some kitchen paper towel over my kitchen counter. So what I've been doing is, as I fry, I take it out on my strainer and then go over to my kitchen counter and pour them on so that they can cool down completely. And there you have it, our party chin-chin. Oh my goodness guys, just take a look at that. Beautiful. So that's it for our party chin-chin recipe. Serve this at any occasion and trust me, your guests will testify. This chin-chin tasted absolutely delicious. If you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button, subscribe if you are not yet already, and I want to say a big thank you to you all for watching. Stay blessed until I come your way next time. Bye bye.